Hi grade 2s. We're doing math today via distance education. So we're going to be starting by counting up. Let's do an example together. Every day I give Minnow 3 belly rubs. I've already given her 1 belly rub today. How many more does she get? Let's count together. 1. Then I give her another one for 2 belly rubs. Then I give her another one for 3 belly rubs. Yeah, she gets 3 belly rubs. So let's count how many more she would get. 1, 2, 3. She gets 2 more belly rubs. There's lots of ways we can count up. Can you think of some ways that we can use to count up? That's right. We can make pictures. We can do tallies. We can use a number line. We can draw symbols. We can use our fingers, just like Mr. Bennett was just using. Are there some other ways you can count up? Every month, Minnow gets 25 treats. I've already given her 12 treats this month. How many more treats does she get? I want you to figure out the way how many more treats Minnow will get this month. You can use your whiteboards. You can work with a partner if you want to, or you can work by yourself. I will set the timer on for 5 minutes. 10 minutes. I've got lots of time. 10 minutes. And I'll be going around, and if you have any questions, you can just raise your hand. Remember, there's lots of ways we can count up. So at this point in time, I would walk around the classroom and assist students that were struggling and ask them to explain their mathematical thinking. This is an individual process for basically trying to find the right people to put onto my white slip paper that best demonstrate the best ways to count up, and to find the ones that are similar enough that I can explain how some ideas are similar and some ideas are dissimilar. What I'm really trying to find are the students who are also doing this very, very quickly and accurately. Usually in this particular case, this would be probably tally marks or skip counting, because that's a very, very quick way of getting from 13 to 25. So I'm going to do a demonstration like this just so that you can see it in practice, but I figured I should explain it out loud as well. Sammy, that's a really, really great way for showing me how you're doing this. What are you doing? Right. You're using 10 blocks, 10 grids, and you're using the blue ones to represent how many treats Minnow has already eaten, and the yellow ones to show how many more treats she gets. That's great. Can you show me? Okay, so you're saying that she's eaten 13 treats, and you're showing me that she has 12 left to go. Good job. And I would make a note of that Sammy's, what process Sammy is using on this point in time on a sticky note. And I would carry on. And then I would take these sticky notes, probably just attach them to the clipboard, and then when I pass by my desk, put them on the desk so that I can have a record of it later, and then put it in their individual folders. Okay, hands on top. That means stop. I'd like everybody to come to the carpet safely. Bring your whiteboards if you worked on your whiteboards. I'll give you 1 minute. I'm counting in my head. You got 30 seconds. 10. Great, everybody is here. Now, I want you to show me some of the ways that you got your total. How many more treats does Minnow get this month? And I will call upon you as you raise your hands, and I will write it down on the white flip paper. So Cleo drew pictures, and Sammy did a number line, and Ellie did a tally, and Tessa used her fingers, and Bert did 10 frames, and Tina skip counted. So let's talk about each one individually. So Cleo started with her 13 in her box, and then she drew 12 treats. Let's count them. count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great job. Sammy used her number line of count together. We start at 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They both came to 12. Good job. Ellie did a tally, so we can count it together. 5, 5, 2. So we can count it together. Let's count by fives. 5, 10. What have we got left to count? 1, 2, 11, 12. 12. Good job, Ellie. Tessa used her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tessa used her fingers. She had to keep track of where she started. So she probably actually started at 12. They went 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We're going to keep on going. Bert used 10 frames. Bert put 13 chips down to represent how many Minnow already ate. So 10 plus 3 equals 13. And then he counted out how many more it would take to get to 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count with me. 8, 10, 11, 12. Great job! You finished it off. 13 blue and 12 yellow equals how many? 25, you're right! Tina skip counted. She started at 13 and then she just counted by twos. And she kept track of her skip counting on her fingers. Can you do that with us? 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. She did it 6 times. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Can I get a helper to come up to the front? Who's our helper of the day? It's Bert. Bert, can you come up and help me? Awesome. Thank you, Bert, for helping. So we're going to be playing a math game. I am going to send out your cards fairly shortly, or if you want to use dice, you can let me know, and we'll use dice too, or dice. Bert, we'll do the cards first, Bert. Bert, we're going to play war. Do you know how to play war?
No.
Okay, we'll do this together then. So I'm going to flip over, usually you only flip over one card, but we're going to flip over 2 cards. 1, 2. Bert, I'm going to count up with you. And we're going to see who has the bigger number. Can you count with me, Bert?
Yes.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Awesome, Bert. Let's count up with Mr. Bennett's cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9,
10. You're right. Perfect. So which one is bigger, Bert? 9 or 10?
10.
You're right. Mr. Bennett won this game. So Mr. Bennett's going to record on his piece of paper. One for me. And the first person to get to 10 wins the whole match. And you let Mr. Bennett know and he'll get you a new partner. Or you can play dice. Bert, can you roll 2 dice for me? I'm going to compare them. Awesome. Bert, let's count up together, okay?
Okay.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Great. Bert, let's count Mr. Bennett's too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Which number is bigger, 9 or 6?
9.
Right, so Bert, you got a point there, so you would record on your paper that you got 1 point, and the first person to get to 10 wins the match, and you talk to Mr. Bennett and he'll find you a new partner.
Yay!
Yay! So everybody, find a partner. If you don't have a partner, you can raise your hand, and we'll get you a partner. We have odd numbered students today, so there'll be 1 group of 3. That's okay. So everybody get started. We have about 10 minutes before it's time to go to PE. Hands on top. That means stop. Good job, everybody. Okay, everybody stop what you're doing. Tommy, can you please stop playing with the dice? Thank you. All right, so who used some counting up strategies today? Raise your hands. Great job. Which ones did you use? Yes? Which ones did you use? Bert? Just someone.
I did skip counting.
Great job, Bert. Now, did anybody draw pictures for every time they do dice?
Cleo did.
That must have taken a really long time, Cleo. How many games did you get through? 3? Well, you know that you still got through 3 games, but how many games did you get through, Bert?
7.
See, 7's bigger than 3. So Bert had a chance to play more games because he used a faster counting up method. It's okay, Cleo. It's great that you drew pictures. I know you love to do art, but Bert did have more times to do more games. And that's okay, just so long as everybody had fun. Speaking of fun, I want everybody to line up at the door and get your PE shoes ready because we're going to go across the court to the PE building. And it's raining, so we have to do this very quickly so that we're dry as possible.